Welcome back from break. We have Camden Slough here from the Harrington Discovery Center. We're talking about all the things happening over at the center for the summer months. So you guys have a lot going on as we get ready for summer.
Yes, we absolutely do. We like to keep it jam-packed so people are never bored.
Yeah. So tell me, what can people expect? Let's start with Easter. You guys have some stuff coming up.
Yes, absolutely. So for Easter, we are open today and tomorrow. We are doing like egg-themed programming all day tomorrow. But then we are closed for actual Easter Sunday, so all of our employees can enjoy their holiday as well as all the families.
Yeah, and tell me, why do you guys kind of kick up during the summer and bring all these events for families to enjoy?
Yeah, so for summer, kids are out of school, they're looking for something to do, and sometimes it can just get a little bit boring in the summer. They're not learning anything, they're kind of needing that hands-on mind working experience, which I think the Discovery Center is really good at providing a fun way for kids to be learning and not even know about it.
Yeah, and let's talk about learning. Kids need to stay engaged even during the summer months. You guys are doing exactly that.
Absolutely. We've got camps all summer long, which are super helpful for that. And we also do like a bunch of daily programming and different events throughout the summer as well.
Yeah, and we talked about Easter. Any other big events people need to be aware of?
So like I said, our summer camps, we are doing scholarships for those. So anyone who's maybe seeing those prices and needing a little bit of help with them can go into that. We also are doing our Wildcat Wednesday camps at Wildcat Bluff this year. We started those last year. People seem to really enjoy them. This is a camp that your kids can go to just on Wednesdays. Get out in nature, learn about some of the stuff out there.
Right.
We learn about archaeology, we learn about, different plants and animals. So that one's a little bit fun, different from our summer camps.
Yeah, and let's talk about all the exhibits that you guys have over there that people can kind of see.
So as you might have heard, if you have seen me at all, it is the year of the dino.
Yeah.
And we have Dinosaurs in Motion right now at the Discovery Center. May 10th, that exhibit is going away, and we are bringing in dinosaurs around the world is our next one. And that one should be set up, I believe, by May 15th, maybe closer to May 18th. But that one in pretty quick turnaround, so we're going to have dinos all year long.
Yeah. And for parents, how much time do they need to set aside to let their kids kind of see everything and enjoy all that you have to offer?
Oh, that's a great question. I think you kind of get what you make out of it, so you can walk through it as quick as you'd like. But if you want to stay and look and read and see all the different pieces, you could spend anywhere from 2 to 4 hours in there.
Yeah, and let's circle back to Easter, because that is around the corner.
Yep.
So tell me the time, what can people kind of expect, what are you guys offering?
Yeah, so tomorrow we will have different demos. Our science guides will be walking around doing different fun activities as well. Keeping it pretty low-key this year, but still like plenty of fun to do to bring out the family if everyone's in town.
And if they want to learn more information, see all that the center has to offer, how can they do so?
You can go to dhdc.org, or you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram.
Sounds great. And for more of you, speaking of Easter, we have an exciting experiment for you over the Easter weekend. Camden, you told me a little bit about it, but explain what's going on, what you have laid out.
So I have like you said, a very exciting experiment. We are going to be putting an egg in a bottle.
Okay.
Now, one thing you will notice about my eggs and my bottle is that my egg is a little bit, oh no! I picked a small egg. Let's try the other one.
Okay.
This one should not fit in my bottle, and it kind of doesn't. So here's what we'll do.
Okay.
Is we are going to take a little bit of fire, and we're going to put it in here. What that is going to do is going to change the amount of pressure, air pressure that is in there. The amount of air doesn't decrease. It just like contracts the pressure, which makes the pressure on the outside of the egg bigger, which pushes the egg into the bottle. So we'll put that inside.
Okay.
And then we'll drop that. So I think my eggs were a little bit small this time, but that did pull it down like much quicker and would do it with an even smaller bottle as well.
Yeah.
If families do have like a lot of extra eggs this holiday season,
that's a perfect way to get rid of it.
That's a fun way to play with them.
Yeah.
Make sure that it is always with parent supervision.
Of course,
if you're playing with matches. And make sure we are always using safe glass bottles or fireproof bottles.
course.
But this is a pretty easy little experiment.
Yeah, and let's talk about the aspect that parents need to tell their kids so they know a little bit of what they're doing and what they're learning in the midst of all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are going to do this with your kiddos, all you'll need to tell them is about the different pressures, the differing pressures inside and outside of the bottle. When you first put the egg on top, the pressure is the same on the outside of the bottle and the inside of the bottle. But when you add the match to the bottom of your beaker or your milk jug or whatever you're using, the pressure is going to contract, which is going to not pull the egg in, but the pressure that's higher on the outside of the beaker is going to push the egg down into the container.
Yeah, and let's talk about the age range that this experiment's perfect for.
So you can do this with just about any aged kids that would understand. If you're going to have them help, make sure that they are of the older range, because we never want any little kids dealing with fire or flames or matches.
Right.
But making the eggs, peeling them, maybe decorating them first, and then, taking the shell off, that can be done with any age range.
Perfect. And tell me about all the things that they need. We have the egg, the beaker, and also...
So you can use a beaker, which if you're fancy like us, we have a bunch of those at the Discovery Center. Or something that's really easy is if you have one of the glass milk bottles. Those are usually the perfect size to sort of set your egg on top and it won't go through. And a lot of the times with these, if you have a little bit of a bigger egg, it'll sit and it won't push down, like even if you try to push it in, because it creates a suction. And when there's the same air pressure on the inside of the beaker and the outside, and there's a suction, there's nowhere for that air to escape. And so the egg will not go down, which is why it's fun when you get the match and it goes and shoots right through.
And you guys do a bunch of experiments just like this one over at the center. Tell me, when can people visit you guys, and what kind of experiments do you guys do from day to day?
So you can visit us any day, Monday through Saturday from 9:30 to 4:30. And then on Sundays, we're open 12 to 4. We do experiments like this all the time, but especially on our daily programming days. We have our scientists walking around doing walking demos. Sometimes we'll have them in the auditorium doing entire shows, which are super fun. And if you are showing up for our Egg-tastic programming tomorrow, we will have a bunch of demos just like this.
Sounds great. Camden, thank you for joining me this morning.